Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and this is a video review of the Elite 2.0 QuadFire, single shot four shot smart AR system blaster in the Elite 2.0 series. Let's get into it. Start out with the blaster overview. As always, this blaster is not going to have any sort of attachment points, really, no barrel attachment points starting up front. It's too wonky for that stuff. Up front are 4 exposed barrels that you can simply front load, and you'll prime the blaster and shoot one off at a time. Smart AR system works out really well, unlike something like the Trio or some other ones that I've had issues with. This one works properly the first time. Actually, the Trio was better. The Prospect, that's another Elite 2.0 blaster that had some Smart AR system errors. So shoot like that. Getting up front is this big old ring sight thingy that I think is completely unnecessary, really. Don't really need a point of aim on this blaster, and I think that it looks silly and unnecessary, but whatever, it's on there. Now up front is a little huge rail that is supposed to help line up with this sight here. This looks more like a rifle sight than a pistol sight, but whatever. No tactical rail on there, bummer. Getting down to the back is the priming handle. To prime, you do that, it's spring powered, and you release the fire at once. Blaster does not have slam fire. Getting down to the grip. Grip is actually very comfortable, pretty well proportioned to the blaster. No really complaints on that. Elite 2.0 nailing some of these grips pretty well. It's been a while since I've complained about a grip. Now, getting down to the trigger system, this one is a little bit clicky, but it works pretty well. I mean, the blaster itself is thrifted. It was $2.79 from Goodwill. Ignored that sticker is still on there. Please do. Getting down to the bottom is a sling or lanyard mount if you wanted to sling this blaster on that. Quite honestly, for 4-shot emergency blaster, that's kind of a waste of a sling in my opinion, or just a waste of a sling to do it on something like this, but whatevs. You got a giant handrail down here at the bottom, which makes this remind me a lot of the Halo pistols in there. If you know, you know. That's what the form factor that I get from this blaster. Whatevs. On the bottom is a tactical rail, so they managed to put a rail on there, which is sick. I don't know what you want to put on there, but you have the option, so that's cool. That's the entire blaster overview. Let's see it out on the range firing. Probably the world's shortest firing demo here. I only am going to fire this with the 4 shots and not again, but I'm using the Dart Zone Nitro Shot full-length darts for this one. Firing analysis and conclusion of the Elite 2.0 QuadFire. I'm making this review short because, to be quite honest with you, I didn't want to review this blaster because it's nothing we haven't seen before. 4 shots fired very well, no jams or malfunctions. Super hard to do with this kind of blaster unless if you're the Elite 2.0 Prospect. Yes, I will not stop trashing that blaster because that blaster was actually pretty trash. This blaster chrono data got about 66 feet per second, which for a backup emergency blaster is actually pretty darn good. With that, that's under a primary range as it's supposed to, and shoots up pretty darn well with it. But this blaster is nothing we really haven't seen before. You can get a quadrant from the Zombie Strike series and be just as fine with that. A little bit slimmer profile with that blaster, that you won't have this hand guard here or this up here with that blaster. But it pretty much acts as the same thing. So basically, that is my recommendations. There's the recommendation section on here. So my opinion on this blaster is actually just neutral. Yes, I don't like it and I don't really dislike it. It just does what it's supposed to do, but there's no real use that I'd ever use this for. I'm always going to use a triad. I think that that's just better, even though I sacrifice 1 more shot for it. But if you're going more to 3 shots generally, I'm almost saying upgrade to a primary at that point. Just go up to 6. And plus you have bigger dedicated sidearms like strong arm disruptor that can hold 6 shots with slam fire and stuff. I think that just provides so much more of a tactical advantage than something like this, the smaller, less shot on that one. But you get the FPS boost with the triad, and even though you're sacrificing 1 shot for it, I'll take the FPS boost. that's really just how I roll with that, and that's what I would recommend with this. So basically, what would be the reasons why you would want to buy this? For some reason, if you're into Elite 2.0 or into the cosmetics or something with that, you could be fine. If you have absolutely no other options of a backup blaster, you could choose this one and be fine with it, or you might like the option of the tactical rail. Aside from that, I see no other reasons to really buy this. This is just a mid blaster over here. Yeah, it definitely would be better to buy something like Elite 2.0 Volt or something like that. Definitely don't buy the Prospect, and don't do that. But yeah, this blaster, nothing really we haven't seen before on this. So instead of saying the same things over and over, I'm just going to leave the review at that and let it speak for itself. Hasbro, I know you needed to have some of these filler blasters in your series, but you could have still done much better. This just feels like a Quadrant reskin with it, an upgraded Prospect, which was kind of needed, but in that way, it's yikes, right? So let me know what you guys think of this blaster in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you do like this type of content. Leave it a like if you did. Leave a dislike if you didn't as well. That helped with me as well. Affects the analytics greatly, but it will still give me feedback on that. And let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one.